We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back again. Oh, let me lift this up. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back again. Yo. What up, Ashley?
Hey.
Yeah. We back. I'm dancing.
That was a little contagious, too.
Hey, it's the I Can't Afford to Quit podcast with your boy Bren'Tel and my co-host
Ashley.
We here in the basement. I think this is episode...
Like 21, I think.
20, 21, something like that.
Ish.
Oh, podcast old enough to drink. Hey.
Oh, my goodness. Womp womp.
Oh, man, you know what, though? I was just thinking, like, man, we got to come up with something real fly for the 52 episode. Because it'll be a year. Well, actually, no, because we don't put out some extra episodes in a week.
Yeah.
Like, week's time. We'll just do an anniversary of the original date.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember what that was, but...
I don't know. We'll find out, though. Because I feel like I need to be extra ratchet for it.
Actually, it's in the, it's on the page. Like, on the...
Oh,
on the
yeah,
host
the
page.
date.
Yeah. Anyway. Man, what you been up to?
A whole lot, but I don't even know what. If that makes
You just
any
been
sense.
busy and
busy
it's like,
as shit, yeah.
And it feels unproductive?
Yes.
I feel you.
Like, I'm running in place.
Yeah. What did I do? I don't even remember what I did. I need to start jotting down everything I'll be doing.
Notes.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. Watch the tournament. South Carolina. They let me down. I wanted to see North Carolina and South Carolina in the finals, but, you know, it's cool. Everything's good. Gonzaga, I think Gonzaga is going to lose, but we'll see. Ashley does not know what I'm talking about. It's
I
cool,
don't even
though.
know what we're talking about. Is this like a sport?
Yes.
Okay.
College basketball.
Oh,
College
yeah.
basketball.
I knew that.
Yeah, cool. I started watching this new show, man. I was behind on it. I seen Mac Wilds go to Breakfast Club, right? He was talking about the show. He talked about the premise of the show. I thought it was going to be cool, but I just forgot about it. But I seen it. It was being like an ad on my Roku.
Mm.
So I checked it out. And the show is called Shots Fired. And it's a really dope show. Like, it's really, really dope. It's about this young police officer, it's a black police officer, at the beginning of the show. He shoots this unarmed white kid. And it's basically like the whole show is that case.
Mm.
It's super dope.
Where's that on?
It's on Fox. It comes on Fox.
It's a new one?
Yeah. It's got 2 episodes. Like,
Okay.
I checked out the round table afterwards, and the round table is even dope. Like, I'm talking about the episode.
Right.
It's super dope. Made me want to have a round table. I'm going to have a round table here soon. So I'll be setting that up. But, other than that, man, I don't really remember anything I did.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. It's a blur.
Yeah.
Not like, I don't mean that like I was partying, you know. No, it's just the weekend went too fast.
It did. Like, super, super fast.
Yeah. Shit. I wanted to talk to you about something. I wrote it down on my phone.
You wrote it down in your phone?
Yeah, because
Did you? Did you actually,
shit.
write it down in your phone, or?
Well, we could do this in the middle of the show, but I wanted you, from a woman's perspective, to talk about a man getting out of the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what it would take if you had friend zoned somebody, what it would take to get them out of that cage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was just like a random thought. I was like, man, this would be dope to talk about. So we could do that first.
Yeah.
What?
That's fun.
I was like, what? Are you thinking about it? I should have texted you this shit earlier.
You should have gave me some time to think about that, so I don't sound terrible.
I wanted the unfiltered, real live answer.
I'm actually using some self control right now, calm it down.
That's not what we want. That's
Right.
not what we want.
Right. See, this is where I go back to being set up all the time. Like, you guys think I'm playing. Like, he plans this. Like, waits until right when we're recording to just drop shit on me so that I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And then later I listen and I'm like, man.
Why the fuck did I say that?
Right. And I don't do the editing, so it's like, I can't even fix myself later. Right.
No, man, what you think, though? What do you think?
Okay. I think it will depend on why you friend zoned them in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One, you might not be attracted to them.
Okay.
Two, maybe they're not what you're looking for, like in a man. Like, so I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard because there's an obvious reason why you friend zoned them. If you were interested in the first place, you would have just already been there.
Right.
So, like, for them to get out of that.
Right. Is it impossible, is what I'm saying.
Depends on how far you are into the friend zone. Like, how long have you been friends?
Mm-hmm.
Because that might actually work in somebody's benefit if you were friends for a lot longer. Because, like, you know, as you, like, are friends with somebody, you might build some feelings that you didn't think were there in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, if in the beginning you were like, nope, I'll go back over here.
What made me think about this because I seen this meme of this dude. He was sitting on a bed and this girl was taking naked pictures to like send to another dude. And it was like he's so deep in the friend zone. I can't remember the punchline, but it was like you can tell dude was just sitting there miserable as fuck.
Right.
Right. And I was just thinking like, man, that'd be fun to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you got into the friend zone, you almost would have to go above and beyond what other people might.
Oh, matter of fact, I was just telling this guy I work with. He was telling me, this younger guy, he was like, he got a chick, and the situation is like he likes her. She basically friend zoned him. And I was like, well, you know, you're a young guy. You know what I'm saying? What you do is just, well, this is actually, you know what? Fuck it. You got to get somebody who's super fly and that's in the same realm of things that she is in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if she goes to nursing school or whatever, you gotta basically snag a chick from the nursing school that's fly that she would see you around.
You saying like to make her like, well,
oh shit, because girls don't want nobody that don't nobody else want.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. It wouldn't necessarily have to be somebody like that. It would just have to be like, look what I do for this person. You know, like, oh, look, because you're my friend now, so I'm going to share everything with you. Look, I'm about to send her flowers to her job. That'll make her happy, right?
Wow.
I'm about to take her to this nice restaurant. You think that's a good restaurant for me to take her to? You see what I'm saying? And then she's going to be like, I don't go to that restaurant. I don't want flowers sent to my job.
Well,
wait, so can we renegotiate our contract?
That's a good fucking, that's good shit right there.
Yeah.
That's super good right there. I like that. So that's about the only thing?
Yeah.
Because I guess you showing them what they are missing?
Mm-hmm. Right, because you're just my friend, so, like, we can hang out and stuff, but
right.
For her, I'm going to take her to do all this stuff.
Right.
Type shit, yeah.
Yeah, we went to whatever, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was her birthday, and I got her some Victoria's Secret.
And, like, we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah. And your friend zone is over here like, dude, we got McDonald's. Like, okay.
I split the bill, son.
Right. 50-50. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would probably be the only way, like, on an outsider. But, like, I don't know, though. I think it would be, you have to go above and beyond, like, to be like, this is what I offer besides just being your friend type of shit.
Right. basically, I'm telling you, you missing out on X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of foul, though. To do that, though, because you're just using the other person as a pawn. But that's the only way I can see it, though. No, but what would be even greater is if you did all that and then, like, the girl came around and was like, well, I kind of want something more. And you're like, nah, I kind of like our friendship. On the next episode of Snapped. Right. Okay, well. Fuck if I can't have you, nobody's gonna have you. You think that would happen though? Would that okay, funny. If that was like, you. That would be funny only because like if you didn't want that in the beginning and now you see what I can do for everybody else and now you want it, like bye. Yeah, because then it's superficial, right? Yeah. If you got to do all that just to get somebody's attention, that's sad. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I liked that angle. That angle that your approach. Mm-hmm. That was real good. Damn, we need a blog. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotta get our shit together, son. You can type. I can type. I'm fast type. Yeah. Or you could just accidentally send them a Snapchat of stuff and then be like, oops, wrong person. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that. Don't be dirty. Edit. I was just thinking like, what time is that? Because we taking that out. Edit. What the fuck? Like, every week, man. Every week. It was. Damn. I'm back. I'll let you go. Do you got your articles together? No, that's cool. Yeah, I do. Okay, go ahead. Actually, with the lead mic. Okay. Okay. UPS drivers may team deliveries with drones. Ooh. This is cool. Yeah, it actually is. There's a video that went with this article, but I'm just going to tell you about it. They tested the drone delivery Monday in Florida, offering a reminder of UPS interest in using new technologies to improve deliveries. Mm-hmm. They used a new electric delivery truck with a drone launch pad on top of it. Inside the truck, a driver loads a package into the drone, and the section of the roof slides backwards so that the drone can take off. After the drone lifts off, the human drives away to deliver a separate package. Then the drone and the truck meet at another location where the drone is loaded with a fresh package. That's cool. So basically, it can go deliver something while you're they're delivering other things. So it's like definitely like multitasking. So what that means is, are they going to shrink on the actual workers that they have in the long run? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Between the flights, the drone would recharge its battery while docked in the UPS truck. And the battery lasts for 30 minutes. And it's capable of carrying packages up to 10 pounds. So, no. That's just a convenience situation. Or unless they get stronger drones. Yeah, because 10 pounds isn't very much. That can last longer, too. Yeah. Watch. The goal is probably, let's get a drone that can last 8 hours. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, if it only lasts 30 minutes, it's recharging between that next stop. Okay. Like in the actual truck. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. See, look, there's the picture of it. Huh. It's just like right on top. Wow. It says it's definitely not like guaranteed that this will be happening anytime soon. It's just like they're trying it out to see what the possibilities are. How they can improve it. And it did say that UPS said our drivers are the face of our company. We'd never look at getting rid of our drivers. But what does business say? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so for real. Like UPS, I believe that they would never really get rid of them. I mean, if it could help like minimize what they do. Like I work with UPS daily. Huh. Every day. Like, and they are really actually a good company. And, like, I know our driver by name. Like, he knows me by name. Like,
I think that's what they do, is build relationships with their people.
Right. Huh. That's always tough territory, like when automation is coming into the picture, because we've seen that shit happen before, to where robots come in and then people lose their jobs.
Right.
It's definitely.
It doesn't sound like that's their goal. It just sounds like it's there to like assist them. And you know what? It's kind of true, because when like our drivers are really busy for the day, they have an assistant with them who's helping them, do things. So maybe that would like, it's just taking some pressure off of the drivers.
Well. Okay.
Whoops.
Well, we had the computer freeze, so we had to do this all over again. So go ahead. You go ahead. You got it.
Okay. There is a billboard in Asheville, North Carolina for a jewelry store that is causing
quite a stir.
Yeah. Basically, the billboard is a bunch of jewelry or diamonds up on a billboard, and it says, sometimes it's okay to throw rocks at girls. And people are freaking out because of the domestic violence side of it. They feel like it's promoting that or whatever. I think they meant it to be funny, and
people are sensitive.
Yeah, people are being overly sensitive, I believe, about it. Maybe not overly to some, but
it was off air now.
Yeah.
Since the computer froze. I said that we kind of living in an age of people overreacting and being sensitive, and I think it has to do with I don't think it's sensitive, but you're quicker to react, and it's more or less the awareness of certain social issues, right?
Right.
And like where we went with the conversation was that like, say for instance, we don't think that the billboard was offensive because we don't identify what was on the actual billboard as like violence. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was witty wordplay.
Right.
And if, my perspective was different, or, say like, or like as far as a woman, if her husband like threw rocks at her in domestic violence or something happened tragic, you would find that billboard to be offensive, right?
Right.
And that's like, yeah, you singling out one person or whatever, but that's the only way I can see where people would get upset. And we have this mentality now, like cancel mentality of somebody say something fucked up, boom, it's over with, they done, we not fucking with them no more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And I think it just has to do with like this microwave era of things are on demand, which the patience level is 0, and brand trust. It affects brand trust, and just having access to so much knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're more abreast to more issues than what they were like 20 years ago. For instance, like Eddie Murphy he put out this, I believe it was a tweet or Instagram about, coming, he wanted to do a Coming to America 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, that wouldn't fly. Like, those jokes.
Right.
In that movie would not fly.
Because it's actually happening to people. Like,
No. There were, like, mad homophobic jokes. There were colorism jokes. Like, saying, it would be mad think pieces nowadays if he did that movie. And if he did Coming to America from 1987 now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would have to water down the entire movie and like strip it down and like make it 2017, and like I don't think you can do that.
It wouldn't be as funny. It wouldn't mean like it wouldn't be the.
That's not his brand.
Mm-mm.
So, like, the fact that we are more aware of what's going on in 2017, you kind of don't have the leeway to play around as much. It has to be clear and precise advertising now.
Right.
And creating any type of content. Whereas, like we spoke about earlier with like Kendrick Lamar. He just did a record called Humble, which came out, the 31st of March, right? Mm-hmm. This was April 2nd. There's think pieces out on this one line in the second verse where he says he wants to see women with natural hair and like real butts and like stretch marks on butts to prove that they're real kind of shit, right? Mm-hmm. And people are like, you can't down one group in order to big up another group, meaning like women who have like fake hair and like perms and shit. Not fake hair, but fake butts and cosmetics.
Right.
To, conform to the beauty aesthetics of America. Right?
Right.
And speaking that in like black women, right? So, like, people are like, they having a fit about that line. Whereas like 20 years ago, that line wouldn't even have been a big deal.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There was some shit long time ago. Like, if you think about records that was fucked up, which you used to jam to back in the day, mm-hmm. like, there's a lot of records. Like, that weren't even, like, bad, but when you got to listening to the words, like, damn, that's fucked up. That's respectability politics.
Right.
That's body policing on women. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's mm-hmm. certain records, like, when you go back 20 years ago, it was like, oh, this shit jamming, but now it's like, no, dog. You would get think pieces and they would run you the fuck up out of here.
Right.
And we're seeing that now with, like, billboards and, like, other things like that. But, yeah, that's all I had to say about it. I mean, I was going to talk about the Blackest episode where they had the ad. If anybody, yeah. Okay. Dre, this is the episode where Chris Brown he's featured on the show. I forgot the artist's name on the show, the character's title, or the character's name. But they did an ad for a alcohol company, right? And they was just, playing around, and he was like, put some Nouveau on it. And that was basically saying, like, if situation's going bad or something that could be improved, you just pour some Nouveau on it. Uvo on it. And there, in the ad, there's just, pouring shit. Like, he had a hoopty, and he poured a hoopty, and he poured it on the hoopty, he had a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? And then it went as far as he poured the alcohol on a black woman, and then appeared this blonde white chick. And Dre took the video, because he thought it was a hit. He took it, he was proud of it. He took it to his wife and his mother, and they chewed him out. Like, you don't see what's wrong with it, something wrong with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reflection. He had to reflect on it and see, that's wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be messing shit up if I put that out. You know what I'm saying? That don't align with my personal values or whatever. So that's just the whole episode in a nutshell, right? But what I'm saying is the awareness of people today in 2017 is far beyond what it was 30 years ago. So you can't do and get away with things from 30 years ago. Yes, people are more sensitive, but they are more aware. So They go hand in hand.
That's true. Like I said before, what's right and wrong hasn't changed from then to now.
Exactly.
It's just people are maybe more vocal about it.
Mm-hmm. But Twitter makes everybody a celebrity in their own mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a voice and a platform to voice whatever the fuck they feel.
Right.
And that's where the sensitivity kind of is escalated, because everybody has a voice and could be seen, could be retweeted. Mm-hmm. So, you good over there?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, man. Oh, we're still recording. Let me hit save.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, this next article, while we're talking about billboards and marriage. 7 signs a marriage won't last. According to sex therapists. Okay. Again, this is the second time of us running through these articles, so if it sounds like we're just running through it, we are kind of devastated.
Yeah.
Because we had some good shit. But the first one, the couple no longer has sex. Surprisingly. You can be in a sexless marriage and still have sex. Therapists define a sexless marriage, a sexless relationship, as one in which the couples are physically intimate less than 10 times a year. Of course, that's going to cause a marriage to go south.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a sexual way. Badooch. Partners end up alienating one another on a very deep primal and sometimes emotional level with not having sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And very frequently the couples not only avoid sex but discussions of the problems itself. So, are they saying that sex kind of opens up the avenues for communication? Or am I just reading into that?
Maybe.
Too far.
Like, you mean, wait, because that's...
Of the problem, of the actual sexual problem.
Like, why you're not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can see that. Like, if we don't talk about it, we don't have to talk about what's actually causing us not to have sex type of shit. Because they said talking about how was that worded?
Very frequently, couples not only avoid sex, but they also avoid discussions of the problems itself.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. With that, and when you do that, it only leads to a further sense of isolation and loneliness for the partners. Okay? Hell yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not talking about...
If y'all ain't having sex and y'all not talking about why y'all not having sex, it's just like an elephant in the room, I guess.
Right.
And that's just, deal with the problem. Shit. Number 2. One partner doesn't feel sexually desired. Feeling wanted and desired is a huge turn on, especially for women. As sex researcher Marta Minna once put it in an interview in the New York Times, being desired is the orgasm. When a partner fails to reassure a woman of her desirability, their sex life naturally takes a hit. Resolving the issue is all about exploring expectations. You have to consider how intimate couple time can lead to a better and more pleasurable sex life. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we all want to feel like
desired.
Yeah, like like just that reminder, like you still look good, or I'm still attracted to you, like I said before, that little love tap on your butt to make you feel better, like, oh, he still wants me, and you know what I mean. Like,
can you verbalize that and not because the nerd in me is like, I don't want to objectify you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, like, I don't feel like it is at all. I feel like
smacking your ass and not speak or not say anything like that. You know what I mean?
No, I would really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. I would be like,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as like that goes, with there's some women like, don't fucking objectify me. You know what I mean? Don't do me like that.
That's why she's not having sex. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
And her Twitter name is at.
Anyways, yeah, no, like any woman who really, like, unless seriously she's like just out there, like, I don't know how to put that without getting
graphic.
Yeah. Okay, so women love that. We love for you to walk by and whisper something in our ear or tap us on the butt or...
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Wait till you see Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to keep that in. All right, go ahead.
Like, even like little dirty comments, you know what I mean? Like, just between me and you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, little mama. Yeah.
I'm about to go listen to that song. This song was the shit. That was a really creative song. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think we all like that. Like, we like that because, like, it's not like I'm saying, oh, you making me feel like a piece of meat. No, you're making me feel like you still, like, you're still wanting me. After, say, we've been together for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Like, just to know that you still look at me the same way you did when we met at 10 years ago, that makes me feel good about myself. You know what I mean? Like, that's always going to make me feel good about myself. Just acknowledge me, that you're still attracted to me. Not just
fellas, do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? This is key knowledge here. Mm-hmm. 3. There is a breakdown in intimacy after an affair. Broken trust after an affair. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. Let me actually, before I read that, go ahead. What'd you say?
It should say affair.
I seen your face change. ...
Like, that's it. That's all you need in the title is affair. ...
Right, okay. Right. Because, hell yeah. That's going to affect intimacy because, you know, trust levels are shattered and, like, just like, who was it, man? I can't remember who it was, but it was like, imagine you seeing your, you know, significant other laughing or moaning and whatever she does or he does for you. Imagine them going to do that with somebody else. How you feel? That's how they feel when you cheat on them.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, if you take into account that specific emotion of knowing, hell yeah, that's going to affect intimacy.
Right.
What you mean? Anyway.
Like, did you do that? With so, like, right. Did you do that? Yeah.
I got to run behind you.
Are you thinking about that person? Yeah, that would be awful.
Broken trust after an affair can be a hard thing to mend, and your sex life will take even longer to restore. Damn, let me slow down, because I'm trying to get through this shit. It takes a lot of effort and work by the unfaithful partner to reestablish trust. Yes,
big time.
And do you think the trust in a relationship has a greater effect to the primal sexual energy than we, like, give it credit?
Just trust?
Yes, trust.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Because you can't be, like, if you don't trust somebody, like, you can't, I don't see you fully, like, opening up to them, like, in an intimate way. Like, you're always going to have that, like, almost, I don't even know, like, if you could really...
Okay, check it out. I just got, like, kind of a metaphor. Like, it's like, don't take this the wrong way, but this is an example. Like, how you would get comfortable in your car versus how you would get comfortable in a rental car. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say you wouldn't get comfortable in a rental car, I should say.
Okay.
Whereas your car and your sometimes it's a place of serenity for you, right? And calming. You're driving on the way, driving home or whatever. You're in a rental car. You're like, this is not yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not yours. You got to think about who had this car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did they wash their hands when they touch the steering wheel?
Yeah. Like, do I have to sanitize the steering wheel. I have to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Though, I don't know if that's the best analogy.
I get it.
Or you could say that in like a hotel room or your house. You know what I mean? You would be more comfortable in your house. Say even sexual. Like, you just put this on a sexual level. Like, you would be probably more comfortable in your own home, whereas in a hotel, you gotta, I can't be too loud. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I think like I said though, affair was enough for that. Like,
Yeah, it treats it. You at that point, your significant other kind of becomes a hotel. Mm-hmm. No pun intended. But I'm on a roll.
Right.
I am on a roll. Oh. But they kind of get treated like a hotel in a certain sense in your mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's see, what is it?
And not only that, let me add one more thing to that. Yeah, insecurity.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you cheated on me, but why? Is it because of me? Is it because of this? Is it anything like...
Okay, keep going, because you're about to let me roll into the next one. Go ahead.
Like, you cheated on me for which reason? Like, is it because you're not attracted to my body? Like, so then you start second guessing yourself and all that stuff. And why would I want to have sex with you if I'm not like...
What fulfills you?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we'll go to number 4. There's no physical attraction. In long-term couples, waning sexual attraction can do a number on the relationship. Okay? Sometimes it's a matter of one spouse letting themselves go. Obviously, life happens, and the daily stressors of work, marriage, and having a family can take its toll. But people who are no longer physically attracted to their partner sometimes take it as a sign that their partner has given up on themselves and their relationship.
Yeah. I can see that.
Oh, shit. You know what? We didn't even read that one part. But... we gotta go hop back up to 3 because this article, how it was written, was on some foul shit.
Yeah.
On the intimacy part. Intimacy after affair. Okay. It takes a lot of effort. Okay. The betrayed partner needs to better understand what led to the affair. Often, the couple needs to create a new sexual contract of sorts that addresses the needs that were not being met or hidden.
And this is when we determined it was made by an ain't shit dude. Not just dude, just an ain't shit dude. Like, this is... Hey,
it's your fault because I couldn't control myself and I had to leave because you wasn't giving me what the fuck I needed, and now you sitting there crying because you ain't want to do what the fuck I wanted you to do.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's all your fault, and you need to carry that burden. I'm just a man. I am human.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said to so many niggas. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's we figured that out a little bit before. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know how y'all feel like that, but like that's how I took it. Like that is one, like, victim shaming. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're putting the burden completely on the woman. Where shit, if she wasn't meeting your needs, you could have communicated that to her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but anywho, number 5. Physical barriers to sex become a scapegoat. With the T. There are plenty of physical and health related reasons couples stop having sex, right? As far as like premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, to pain during sex for women, right? Mm-hmm. These problems should be addressed with a doctor, but there's usually some emotional work that needs to be done by the couple as well. When these functional problems end up being blamed for all the sexual problems, sometimes the problems in the relationship in general, it blocks the couple's ability to discuss their sexual and emotional needs. Couples need to see beyond the dysfunction and look at the dynamic that's been created around it, like fear of being undesirable, blaming the other person for everything. So, like, I guess that would affect you mentally if
I think
all of these issues, you know, that we just like, you know, not feeling desired, you know, you're not physically attracted to a person.
I think definitely that could cause like some depression or whatever that like would directly affect like your groceries.
Oh, you know what? The premature ejaculation. So that means probably more precisely, the woman is not being satisfied. Mm-hmm. So that's the physical barrier that she don't want to have sex with you. Mm-hmm. So that is an issue, right? Mm-hmm. I can see how that definitely would cause issues, right?
Yeah.
And that rolls into this next one. Many are desired discrepancy, right? Many couples suffer from a desired discrepancy, a situation where one partner wants sex more than the other. This poses a big problem for most couples because the lower desired spouse holds all the control of the couple's sex life, whether they realize it or not. And that goes back to a conversation that that kind of breeds a situation from the last one. Mm-hmm. If there's physical problems and she's not being satisfied, she gonna be like, hell yeah, she gonna be have low desire, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that could be a major reason, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's basically a quote unquote waste of your time as a woman, right?
Right.
So this leads to a conversation, not all the way entailed, but like this made me think of how the conversation that me and my bro had were like how women view sex versus how men view sex. We view it as a necessity, need. It's more or less primal. It's a primal instinct, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas women, they view it as a form of currency, right? And yeah, it probably sounds fucked up, mm-hmm. but this is let me break it down. Whereas if a woman has a lower sexual desire, her value of sex goes up. You know what I'm saying? Your value of her sex goes up, right? Because she doesn't want to have sex as much as you would like to. So you desire it more. It's like it becomes gold. And a woman can use that as a sense of currency and use it as a reward, rather than meeting someone else's desires, right?
Right.
So I'm going to reward you for this, and I'm going to give you sex.
You did the dishes.
You did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You made me feel, so I guess you can have some today. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you can have some. That shit is sexy.
Excuse me?
If people do the dishes and take out the trash.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But that's withholding, and then that kind of goes into, like, if you know your spouse has a high sexual appetite.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's clearly like, okay, well, don't be surprised when, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, you kind of like, you pushing the person to be angry, and like, it's a primal instinct. Like, mm-hmm. When a person doesn't, especially with men, right? If we don't ejaculate after 7 days, you start to have a testosterone build up. Oh, this is real shit. Okay. This is anatomy.
Okay.
And that causes a person to be angry and fucking on edge and shit like that, right? Okay. That's real shit. Okay. So, you kind of like breeding this fucking hawk of an animal. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, withholding your currency. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm just saying it's like, basically this is what happens.
If I don't give you sex, then you're going to be mean to me later?
He probably will be mean to you.
Oh. That's a good way to get more sex.
Right. So it's all... But as a whole...
I was being really sarcastic.
I know you were. But there's truth to sarcasm. But as a woman, you guys control sex. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You control it, right? You decide whether you guys are or aren't. Mm-hmm. So That's why it's important to make sure you have somebody that's on the same level as you, right. Or you're going to be walking around with the caveman syndrome.
Okay.
But we'll go with the last one. Sexual interests and fetishes are laughed off, right? As people, we all want different things. When your partner opens up about how they want rough sex or role play, the worst thing you can do is disregard it or laugh it off. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It goes to say, if one partner enjoys BDSM and the other is not into that, but wants something else, I recommend they each share 3 romantic fantasies and make one a reality for the other.
And I think that when people have those like certain fetishes
and you're laughed off, you get like there's a rejection.
Yeah, but not necessarily. Well, that too,
judgment.
But they might not tell you in the beginning because they don't want you to run away or something. But like maybe like
gotcha,
long term, like that you've been together and married, and they're like, they're not gonna go anywhere, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Like,
let me spit in your mouth.
Here's a cup. No. Yeah. Anyways, but maybe they feel a little more comfortable telling you now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to think about it, like, say you were together for 10 years and they just not telling you about it, like...
So you wanted all this kinky shit?
Right, but even then, like, the anxiety, like, leading up to that for 10 years, because it's been something that you wanted, like, that's gotta be kind of stressful. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to tell you some shit that may make you be like...
You might look at me different, honey.
Yeah, like, can we go ahead and put this out there that I don't want to be judged?
Can I put this Jason mask on?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. But, yeah, that's all the numbers that I had. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. Alright, now we're gonna go to the real shit, because you know how I do. There was oh shoot, let me get in there. Come on now. A New York police officer that was suspended for using the hashtag Black Lives Matter.
He was suspended?
It was a woman.
Oh, she was suspended?
Mm-hmm. Okay, a New York NYPD officer is facing disciplinary actions after tweeting Black Lives Matter from her personal account in response to a post from the 76 Precinct's Twitter page. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gwendolyn Bishop, a black woman, was recommended and slapped with departmental charges after officials accused her of inappropriate writings on the precinct's Twitter page, right? According to reports, she responded to a tweet about a gun arrest that read, pound 76 precinct special ops team makes arrest and recovers a loaded 9mm handgun, hashtag one less gun. To which Bishop responded, saying, quote, sad day for the 76 precincts, Black Lives Matter, from her personal Twitter account. Since the February 17th tweet and response, Bishop has been in hot water with higher-ups in her department. On Tuesday, the officer stood for a departmental trial to explain her actions as officials determined the fate of her future with the department. When asked about the tweet, the officer said she made a typo, blaming it on the autocorrect on her phone, saying she meant to tweet hashtag Blue Lives Matter, a hashtag that she's used in other tweets.
So Twitter corrected it as her claim?
Or her phone. That fucked with me right there. That fucked with me right there. Like, this whole thing, I'm going to get back to the article, but this whole thing, that blue wall of silence that we talked about before. You can't even acknowledge that Black Lives Matter, right? She can't even say that.
Right.
Though she came back, and which it sounds like she was instructed to say that from her counsel.
Right.
I really don't believe that she would be auto-corrected to to Black Lives Matter from Blue Lives Matter if she used it in 2 other tweets.
Right.
Okay? But still, so you're going to reprimand a girl for saying that. That alone tells you how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you better be in line with this blue wall or you out of code.
Right.
It's basically what what is being said, right?
So it's now one versus the other?
No, it's she got the fuck out of line. She wasn't with us. By her saying Black Lives Matter, she's in violation of the bro code, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of the fraternity of police. Because, I don't know if you noticed it, but anytime something happens, they don't speak out against wrongdoing for police officers. They never do that. So her saying Black Lives Matter is kind of like saying that she sympathizes with, people that get killed, unarmed black people that get killed.
Right.
Okay, that's how they took it. I vaguely remember the tweet, she says. If I had to guess, there were a lot of changes in my precinct about shifts being switched, but it had nothing to do with this gun arrest, she said. I don't know where that came from, but that was her quote, right? Bishop's counsel, John Tynan, defended his client's actions, revealing that she had not violated any rules, being that she replied to the tweet from her own personal account. She did not access the official account of the precinct. She had her own personal account. She did not reveal that she was an officer of the law either, according to the Daily News, right? Her counsel also said she can reply to a tweet just as 500 million other people who use Twitter can.
Right.
However, the precinct's integrity control officer, now that right there, integrity control officer, that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Refuted Tynan's defense, saying that the picture of Bishop's account matched the picture of her Facebook page. Lieutenant Steve Rios also revealed that the Twitter account was linked to a Veronica Bishop, which is the woman's middle name, according to publication reports, right? So what they did there was, we're going to give y'all her full name. Her full name is Gwendolyn Veronica Bishop. So basically, all the races can pile on. They even put her Twitter name in the motherfucking article.
Wow.
So they basically are saying you're not behind the wall. Whatever happens to you happens to you. It basically is that's how I read into it. Because why would you put her full government fucking name out there like that?
Right.
Even her middle name. And you gave her Twitter and her motherfucking Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Totally unnecessary. Bishop faces a year of probation and the loss up to 30 vacation days if convicted of all the accusations brought up against her, including the violation of departmental rules and mouthing off to higher ups. So that right there, mouthing off to higher ups, means you better sit there and shut the fuck up.
She tried to defend herself.
Mm-hmm. This whole article leaves me fucked with, because, she kind of out there with her saying like she's Blue Lives Matter, but it kind of lets you behind the curtain of how they do things within the police department.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the police department which is in New York, I have another article about New York police officers. A quote that was revealed in a shocking video. A police officer asked a patron on the street, a citizen I should say, "Do you want to ride the lightning?" Meaning the taser.
What?
Yeah. African American students were threatened with a taser by police officers. Do you want to ride the lightning? And the shocking video appears to show two white NYPD cops taunting African American students as they walk down the street. At one point, one of the cops is holding a taser gun and is heard asking the teens if they want to ride the lightning in the clip. The cell phone footage, posted by Associate Professor of Sociology at Brooklyn College, Alex S. Vitale, shows the two uniformed cops trying to herd the kids away from the corner of the Bedford Avenue and Campus Road, Midwood High School in Brooklyn on March 16th.
So they thought that was funny?
Mm-hmm. The cops, whom one was holding a baton, appeared aggressively with the teens as they moved on from the street in the corner. What are you going to do about it? One cop asked the student as they walked behind him. So clearly, they were just intimidating these young children. And they wonder why the trust in the community between citizens and police officers has died and won't be reincarnated anytime soon.
Right.
There has to be a restructure of the infrastructure of law enforcement as we know it. And until that happens, which it won't happen until the marginalized people control more of what's going on in elections and who gets hired in these infrastructures, there won't be any change.
No.
And that's the most frustrating shit about the whole scenario between this article and the last article. Basically, that's why I said, that's why I did the Black Lives Matter tweet first, right? That doesn't stand in line with what the fuck these other cops are doing.
Right. In
their mind, black lives don't fucking matter. You see what I'm saying? So that's why she's being reprimanded. How she gonna be reprimanded? I think they gonna hang her out to dry. You know what I'm saying? Right. Probably to send a message, make an example out of her. But even when you don't, even with her saying that she meant Blue Lives Matter, like say they fucking hang her out to dry and she lose her job, or you know what I'm saying, whatever happens to her, she's still not gonna get support from the community because you rock with them,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Backed up on your statement.
But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Hopefully, you got something lighter to talk about.
I do.
Yay!
I don't know if you saw the picture of the dad on TV. Holding up the sign about his son.
At the basketball game?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says usually a bad report card gets your cell phone taken away or maybe you get grounded. Only your family and, of course, your friends know about your bad grades and punishment. Mm-hmm. But Thomas's dad put it out there for everyone to see in a savage professional grade poster at a televised NBA game. And the shots of him then, of course, lit the internet on fire, and now everyone knows poor Thomas's problems and his punishment. At the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Charlotte Hornets game on March 24th, his dad held up a poster making it clear that Thomas, who was probably watching the game at home, should have paid more attention to his schoolwork if he had wanted to come to the game. The sign said, "Thomas, get your grades back up, and next time you'll be here, love, Dad." And, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
How you feel about that?
I think it's hilarious.
I mean, he probably had to tell him multiple times, look, dude, you know we're going to the game.
Mm-hmm. You know? There was another sign he had up, too. It said, "Thomas, can you hear me now? Student, then athlete, son. In that order. Love, Dad."
He's a cool... I applaud that man.
And he did say that his signs were dedicated to an audience of one, just my son. I wanted to give the attention to one person. Loud and clear. Which, hey, I guess you should have had your grades up. Mm-hmm. I don't think he did it in a, like, I think it's funny. Manner. Yeah.
I don't know. We are at like an hour with just articles. Do you want to keep going with the articles or? All right, we're gonna take a break. Oh. Hey, you only need a couple seconds anyway. Should you? Should you? Should you? I don't know. Should you? Should you? Should you? Should you? I don't know. Should you? Should you? You got your questions ready? Should you? I don't know. Should you? Should you? Hey, should you? Hey, should you? I don't know. Should you? It's that Should You segment brought to you by
Deodorant.
Deodorant, good.
Weather's warming up. Start using it.
Don't be caught out here funky.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that should be our thing.
You throw it up and I just.
Oh shoot. All right, we're gonna. People that don't know what this segment is, it's a segment where we ask a bunch of cool questions, and sometimes we argue with each other, and sometimes we don't. So sit back and enjoy. Should you allow your dog to sleep in the bed with you? Oh man, yeah. So go ahead.
Not in my bed.
Never. No.
Well, my dog sleeps with the girls every night. But not with me. No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
But that's because I have the devil dog. Like, I don't trust him.
So you just don't like your dog? That's why your dog don't sleep with you?
Yeah. I guess if he was probably nicer, I wouldn't really care, but he's just mean. Like, he's the type that would attack me in my sleep for no reason, because I moved in my own damn bed. That's happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sound like you need to get your dog to... never mind.
The dog whisperer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, him. It's on you now. Shoot it back and forth. Hot potato.
Okay. Hey. Should you splurge on yourself once in a while, even if you can't really afford it?
It's a matter of being responsible. No. Especially like, okay, see, I had this issue like with me. I will splurge on like equipment if I need it, or anything like supplies or anything like that. But as far as anything like that, like as far as like shoes and shit, like I'm cool. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good on that.
I'm doing it more now than I ever have.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I deserve.
Right. For real. Because I have like buyer's remorse when I do anything for myself.
Because it be all impulse.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily, because it could be stuff that I really need, and I just would rather spend it on bills or something else, and I'm bad about buying myself anything. But I'm just not realizing that. Like, clothes or shoes and stuff like that, because if I have extra, it usually goes towards the kids or a bill or, like, paying off a credit card or something like that. So when it comes down to like me actually wanting to go out and do something, I have like nothing to wear.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even, if somebody called me tomorrow and was like, I'm going to take you to dinner, and I would be like, can I wear a t-shirt? Yeah.
Where we going?
Right. Like, is this McDonald's dress?
Can we just go to a sports bar?
Right. Is hoodie acceptable? Like, that's my life.
Acceptable attire.
Right.
Yeah, as far as that, though, like, I I just thought about this shit the other day, man. I ain't got fly in a long time, like, but I've bought equipment and shit for our house, and you know what I mean?
Right.
I've done that.
I think that's what's like making me want to do it more than what I have in the past.
Because you're locked in.
No, because like for my birthday, I did get dressed. Like I had a full outfit on, you know, like something I haven't done for myself in a long time. Like I had a full outfit on. I did my makeup. I did my hair. I got my hair cut. Like, and I was just going out to have fun. But it like made me realize like that I don't do that for myself enough. So like it made me feel good about myself and open my eyes to the fact that I don't take care of myself, like dress nicely and buy things. I mean, I don't look like a bum, but I wish you would. I wish you would. Go ahead. Bring it. Like, yeah.
I'm just joking because I can't tell because I be in sweatpants. Like, I became sweatpants dad.
Yeah.
Like
current situation.
Yeah, I love sweatpants. Son.
I do too, but like when I'm at home, that's all I ever wear is sweatpants. Like I'm one of those people that walks in the door and kicks off my jeans. Like as I'm walking through the door, like I don't really care to wear.
Like I'm cool. I'm cool in some sweatpants. Like I wear jeans every now and then. It's like just like a parent teacher conference or some shit like that. But any other thing like. Where I'm in sweatpants. Because they just the shit.
I know.
They're the shit.
And when you find, like, a favorite pair, like, you wear them out.
Because I remember texting you, like, dude, I never wore sweatpants, like, until I got this house. And I was like, I'm going to be in, you know what I'm saying, be chilling. Basketball shorts are cool, but ain't nothing like a fresh pair of, like, drawstring sweatpants and like just chilling, watching TV, and like got your food and you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You just chill. Like it's the best situation. Like a new T-shirt and the new sweatpants.
Yeah.
And some new socks, son.
Yeah.
I buy that, but I don't buy like, you know what I'm saying? Get fresh clothes like that every now and then.
Right.
Like even with my stage show, like. It's set to what you know what I'm saying. I don't get fly like that. I have basically a performance uniform now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to get fly like that. You know what I mean?
So I don't know. I just think it's something that I'm gonna start doing for myself, and I don't mean like every time I get paid or anything like that. But like
you're gonna do it more often.
Yeah, like find a way to do it. I don't even care if I have to shop on clearance. Like I'll do it.
That'd be where shit at. Though,
I know. I know.
Should you financially support a spouse if he or she is not motivated to get a job? Motivated to your standards enough, like you don't feel like they haven't done more than enough.
They're making a strong effort, or they're not.
Right, they're not. Do you
call their parents for some child support?
I was hoping to get an answer like that out of you. Yes.
Did you expect anything less? Like,
I think, man, a lot of people be like, you know, everybody's expectations are different, right? And expectations you place on other people may not be what they want for themselves. I say that to say this. If they are not motivated to put themselves in a position to physically fend for themselves, hell no. Hell no, you shouldn't support them. Because you basically playing the enabler role.
Right. Because then they're just, well, if you got it, then what do I need to get a job for?
Let me get this cereal and play this PlayStation.
And eat all your fruit snacks.
Yep. Drink your kids' juicy juice.
It's on
Not
you. Today.
It's on you.
Okay. Should you stay at a job that pays your bills even if you're unhappy?
I think we had this question.
I knew we covered this something similar.
But if you got something to say, son, say that shit. Hey, say it. No. Nope. It pays your bills, but are you happy? No. Find a way out. Get out. As like dude said when the camera flashed.
Right.
Get the fuck out. Get out. Because you really not, if you're not fulfilling yourself on an everyday basis with your work, it's empty. It's all empty. The checks are empty. You paying the bill. It's just all empty. You fall in routine. You fall into a pattern of being complacent. Fuck it. No. Move.
What if the job that you're looking into pays less, but you feel like it would like make you happy to do what you're doing?
What's the ceiling? Is there a ceiling where you can shoot up and go? Yeah. You gotta weigh the ceiling in.
Mm-hmm. Like, you may have to start a little lower, but eventually it'll be worked up there. Yeah. I have to say I agree on that one. Okay. I think if you're unhappy, I don't suggest just, like, up and quitting. I think being responsible, like, finding something else or a backup plan is what you should do, but definitely, like, look into your other options. Mm-hmm. And use that until you can.
Okay. This is a really good one because I've been as my personal and social awareness grows with myself, I find myself asking this question to myself, right? Mm-hmm. Should you discuss politics or any social current events in 2017 with other people?
Like, just in general, or like work related, or like
should you just discuss it?
No, because I feel like, what's the point? You're always going to disagree with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't even want to talk about it. I posed a question somewhere. I'm not going to go in depth, but I posed a question somewhere, and somebody I knew. And, we had opposite opinions, which that's okay. But the undertone of that person's opinion made me, like, look at them different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like, I do need to have that conversation, but it's going to be just, like, me just finding out, yo, that's fucked up, you fucked up, this person fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because not saying just because you have an opposite opinion of me, but, like, it's all about your undertones and, like, what you really mean by what you're saying.
Right.
That is what is greater to me, like, more important to me, is the undertone of what people say.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I kind of want to stop talking about politics, and like, because it's not really, it's taboo conversation, but like, if it's somebody I'm close to, I talk politics all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right, but then you run into situations like that where, like, if you don't really agree with it, you're kind of like looking at them differently.
I'm cool with not agreeing, but it's
their presentation of it.
No, it's. I'm trying to be cryptic.
What they're saying without them saying it? Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like, it's like, red flag. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I try to avoid it.
And then, see, I thought about that, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of need to know.
You do, but I think if you really know somebody, you're going to pick up on it on other conversations and not just about politics.
So you're saying don't seek and destroy.
Yeah. You'll pick it up eventually. People always tell you who they are, like, eventually. You just have to pay attention.
I'm seeking and destroy.
You poke the bear. to see if it comes out.
I got to, man.
I don't know.
I feel like you got to shake the rug. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Maybe, like, yeah, but like I said, most of the time, if you, like, pay attention, people will tell you who they are. And you really don't even need to include politics in it. You could just,
like... Yeah. Most of the time. But, I don't know.
But you're right, because during this election this last year...
A lot of shit came out.
A lot of shit came out. Like, stuff that, from people that I was like, whoa, wait a minute, like, where did you come from? Because that is not exactly what I thought. Mm-hmm. But then, so I guess it kind of gave me an idea of who they are.
Yep. Oh, man. I'm still working on that one. I know people gonna hit me up like, no, you gotta do what you gotta do. Find out. Yeah, but I was just thinking about, like, with, like, Angela Rye, Maxine Waters, April Ryan, how that situation, I don't know if you hip to what's been going on in the media, like Sean Spicer, like, he got real spicy with April Ryan at a press conference or whatever, state address or whatever. And April Ryan's a black woman. She asked him a question, and he was giving the answer, and she was like, she knew the answer was bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And she was standing there, like, she was sitting there, like, shaking her head with her arms folded, and this shit was funny as hell to me, because I knew what that meant.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody knew what that meant. You on some bullshit. Like,
right.
You lying. But go ahead and finish your answer so I can ask this next question.
Right.
So, Sean Spicer, like, he give her an answer, and he like, could you please stop shaking your head?
Oh, wow.
You know what
so
I mean?
He caught on to it, too?
He got irritated. Yeah, he knew, but you don't do that. I never seen him do that to nobody else. You don't do that to no man. You don't do that you know what I'm saying? They be coming at you foul.
Right.
You know what I mean? They really, like, really aggressive.
But you decided to tell a woman.
To single out that black woman. Mm-hmm. And then Bill O'Reilly with Maxine Waters was State of the Union or whatever. I don't know what it was. What the title of her, where she was when she was giving her speech. But she was talking some shit. She was talking that shit. And there was no way you can disagree with her. He totally disregarded what she said when they asked him how he felt about it. He said, oh, I really couldn't listen to it because I couldn't get over that James Brown wig she had on. This is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Where you denigrate her down to her appearance and totally disregard what she's speaking intellectually because you don't respect her intellect. You know what I'm saying? It's little shit that, it's going to keep coming out. Mm-hmm. But this shit, like, I like, because I watched this shit. You know what I'm saying? I watched what's going on. You know what I mean? And I talk to people about it. And, like, the way you answer the questions and the way you know what I'm saying? You react to the conversation like that, tell me about you.
Right.
And where you at. But, yeah, I guess I'm just continue to do what I do. So, but go ahead. This is the next question.
Okay, this is my last one. And this kind of goes back to that article you were reading. Should you date someone...
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Should you date someone you're not physically attracted to if everything...
We already answered that,
if everything about them... If everything else about them is good. Like, they meet, like, all your other ideas of a good... Yeah, your checklist. You don't have a checklist?
Wait. Anyway, yeah, you could try it. That's all I would say. I would try it.
Right. Okay, the reason this even came about is because I was listening to this thing and this guy called in, was asking this like, doctor for help about, like, his relationship. And he had said he was with this woman for, like, 15 years, I think. And he tried to tell the doctor that he wasn't physically attracted to her. And she says, is that because, like, you know, she's, like, gained weight or, like, has something changed in your relationship? And when did this start? And he says, it started from the beginning. So he basically said that from the beginning, he was never sexually attracted to her. But that he stayed with her because of who she was. Like, she was a good person. Like, yeah. And now he's struggling, like, 10 or 15 years later with the fact that he's not, like, sexually attracted to her anymore. Yeah. And so she asked him, like, why haven't you left? And he was like, because I love her. I'm just not sexually attracted to her.
I love who she is.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. Like, that's a crazy situation to be in. Because, in my opinion, the first thing that's going to bring you towards someone is, do you think they're sexually attractive?
Physically attractive.
Yeah, physically or sexually.
Cue the ain't shit.
Wink, wink.
Cue the ain't shit and a 100.
Yeah. Anyways, so, one or the other.
Tomato.
Yeah. So, but that usually is, like, the first thing that you, like, decide on, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's all primitive. You're good. That's gonna be the first thing that you know notice is physically. So he probably grew to love her, in that 15 years. Like the person who she was, then he grew to love her. Mm-hmm. But man, I think you're gonna hit a wall.
Eventually, like, it's just not gonna be enough.
I would think that.
He claimed when he called in he's never cheated on her.
That's what's up, then.
He's just not...
He's probably thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Shit, well...
I don't know. That one was a rough one to me.
Ooh, because you... At that... Because you're so far into her as a person... That's like real love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Where you love the whole person.
Right. And some people never find that.
Yeah, you love them. You love their soul. Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay, check this out. Let me ask you this. Do you think he would have got to love her whole soul if he was physically attracted to her initially?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it could have been just on some primitive shit and he didn't even really get to know her like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But, like, say that's his soulmate. That's who he was supposed to be with. But if he wouldn't have been attracted to her, then he would have never, like, found her.
Mm-hmm. Check this out. Eventually, y'all going to stop having sex because y'all get old anyway. So you might as well be the motherfucker you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Outside of sex.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
but like you said before, though, everybody has needs still.
They have their needs, but like that's short game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you think about it,
I think, in my opinion, like to find that kind of love,
you can't be physically attracted to them.
You can, but I think
if you're a dude, 9 times out of 10, you gotta. I'm more concerned with what you're saying, you know what I'm saying, your opinions, your sense of humor, your blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers is too focused on that to worry about the other shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you invested in getting to know that part of the person. I don't think you can, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you can be like, well, you know, I like this about her. I can see where a motherfucker be like, I like her brain and who she is.
Right. But see, my thinking is you have to be able to get to that point. Because, you know what I mean? Like...
Conversation.
Yeah.
He's probably a person... I wonder how they met.
Did he say how they met? No, I'm curious too. Like, did they work together? Shit. Or... No, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's true. Because people all the time talk about how they fell in love before they even met.
Yep.
So then if that was the case and he met her, he was already in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Who she was.
Yeah, who she was.
Nice.
All right. I think we tackled that one great. We had, 124? We did good this week. That's all I got. You got anything?
Nope. That was it.
Damn, man. We fucking putting the Twitters. Actually, we're going to put the Twitters in the fucking description anyway. So, you can... Mine is at Bren'Telligence, Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat, Bren'Telligence X, lowercase x. And, yeah, that's all mine.
And I want to say shout out to Heather for making fun of me for never knowing my Twitter. So I put it in my notes today. And it's QueenBee_327. She suggested I get it tattooed on my hand. I felt that was a little bit too extreme, so I put it in my notes.
Yeah, shout out to Heather, man. She's cool.
Yes.
She's cool listener, man. Yeah, that's all I got. What you got? What?
I had an idea.
Okay. I like ideas.
Okay. My idea is this, that we need to get people involved in our Facebook page a little bit more.
Yes.
So what I think we should do is have people give us some should you questions of their own that we can answer. And then we can use them on air.
Hey, or we could do that. But we could post the should you questions that we had from the latest show in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And they can interact
from
there and be like, hey, if you want to hear how we answered.
Right. Throw us a couple ideas, though, and let us answer those in ratchet way that we do.
You do. Yeah, I'm with it. That's a great idea. Great idea. Until next episode, hey.